All right, hello and welcome to this next presentation of Deep Dive. I'm Orion. This is Phlox'em channel. We do a lot of different Keyforge stuff on here, but one of the things that I love about Keyforge, really one of my favorite parts about it, the thing that really drew me in, was that these decks have their own personalities. There are things that you can just keep discovering, some really cool, unique stuff about them, and there's just a lot to discover along the way. And so with the new set, Grim Reminders, there's a lot of that. I think the high-end stuff, there's some really, really good stuff that maybe isn't too tricky, but in the middle, there's a lot of really small decision points you can make to really alter how the decks play. Discard pips especially are something that really do that, but there's just, a lot of really cool sequencing and things to learn. And so for my next deep dive, we're going to be looking at a Grim Reminders deck, and that is going to be this deck, E-Dunk, the Fire's Poet. If you saw one of my streams a couple weeks ago, I did kind of preview this deck a little bit, but we'll talk about it here. This is Brobnar Unfathomable Untamed. The Brobnar is a little bit awkward, doesn't really have a ton of the Amber generation, doesn't have a ton of the really big kind of impactful cards like Cacophonous Riot or Memorialize the Fallen, but it is doing some alright things. The two down to size work really well with both the Earthshaker, Berserker Slam, Shock Herders, a couple discard pips in there, and then the big one is kind of this interesting, maybe you play it, maybe you don't kind of card. So again, one of those things that we're really looking at for those decision points. Unfathomable just has a ton of discard pips in it, and then a lot of actions and some Amber control in there with the double circle speaks. But you've got Beam of Forgetting, Call of the Void, double circle speak, double Dirge of the Deep, Dragnet, and a Curse of Confusion. All of that is just tons of kind of soft control, both with creatures and Amber. Curse of Confusion is really, really interesting, really good against the heavier board decks. You also have double Kaup, which as a card I've really always tried to make work for since it kind of, really since Winds of Exchange at least, I had some better decks with it. But it's one of those that I think against Grim Reminders especially can be really interesting because a lot of the Grim Reminders combos don't necessarily do much against your board. Sometimes they do, but I'm really hoping these Kaups can kind of be a nice disruption factor in this deck. And then again, all those discard pips in this house make it a very kind of efficient house for finding the other stuff. But the Untamed is what really draws me into this deck because it's very interesting. So first off, there's 3 Invigorating Showers. Invigorating Shower, if you don't know, choose a house, shuffle each card of that house from your discard pile into your deck. So already just one of these, you kind of have this interesting choice of, is it worth it? Do you want to stay haunted or not? And then if you do, what house are you doing it in? And you can kind of see the best value you can get for this is if you have 0 cards left in your draw, and then you play this for any of your 3 houses, so that all you draw into for the next 2 or 3 turns is going to be that one house. But that's really hard to do if you only have 1 or 2 of these. With 3 of them, you can get a lot closer to that without having to kind of reshuffle multiple times. But honestly, and not having played it much, maybe I should be playing the Invigorating Showers every time I see one and just really stacking. So this is where I think those cards specifically make this deck something that I could play tons of reps and really force myself to play it different ways to see what makes the most sense, what really sings with this deck. Along with that, we have a very special rare, which is the Dark Heart of the Forest. So each haunted player skips their Forge a Key step. Definitely not nearly as oppressive as actual Heart of the Forest, but still something that can give a deck like this a lot of life. If it kind of needs to get to that end of deck phase, this can kind of hold things off for a little bit. And then you have the Spooky Charge, which is going to allow you to get past the Dark Heart of the Forest and then reshuffle your deck so that you can also maybe be in check again after you do that key cheat, along with plenty of burst in here. So it's a really interesting deck. I really enjoy playing it. I've only done it a handful of times, so that's why we're doing this deep dive. I really want to try and get this up to that 100 play mark. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I've been meaning to record it for a while. I've been meaning to record a lot of stuff for a while, but I've been fixing my setup, getting a new laptop, all kinds of different things just to try and get myself a little bit better set up to do this kind of stuff in general. So hopefully you start seeing a little bit more content and a little bit higher quality content from me going forward. But we're starting off with our deep dive here. So we're gonna jump right in. Now I'm expecting some heat. And of course we've got the, okay, I've seen Crazier Geistoid, lots of Beam of Forgetting, Technician Lee, Ihaka is a really interesting card, so excited to see how this goes. What does this deck want to see early on? I think I'm fine with this. We'll just go for some of this Brobnar stuff first and kind of get some board control and then go from there. Dragnet is also really good. You can hit your own creep. Oh no! Well, there goes that. I was going to say it's a good card because you can kind of bounce your own creatures that have enhancements, because there's several enhancements in this deck, but that Beam of Forgetting is just going to be stacking my bottom deck there. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get some more Amber here and get some more beefy dudes on the board. And again, this is where I think this deck can be really interesting, just depending on what the matchup is. Maybe I actually am reshuffling the Brobnar into the deck. That might be the right call if I really need the board control and some of the other things aren't as big of a deal, because the Brobnar can generate some Amber as well. But because that Dragnet got shuffled, this might be a situation where it's like right off the bat, maybe I should just be playing the Untamed here, or playing the Invigorating Showers just to reshuffle the deck. Maybe I choose a house that I haven't even played yet. So we've got a New Frontiers to archive, Dark Lamp, and that's it, and drop 2 Star Alliance. I mean, we can get to check here with Brobnar, so I think that's the way to go. We're just gonna reap. Him on the left. I think we are planning to play that shower, so we're just gonna drop that guy. I do want to hold the Circle Speak for now. Nova, Legend of Elena is on their way to being in check, or on their way to being haunted. And Geistoid will probably move that along with double Junk Restoration. Junk Restoration is an awesome card. It's very, very good. There's a Winds of Death. Only archiving 1 for them and 2 for me. Not great archives, but glad to see that card go at this point in the game. We are still ways off Haunted though, so I wonder if I should have discarded the Haunting Witch, knowing that that might be coming down. Okay, they're going to stop the key. We're going to be able to kill the Thought Catcher with the Amber Storm. What I might do is just discard the Haunting Witch and reshuffle it with the Shower, because I kind of wanted to see that later. Probably going to pull the Archives though, just so we can get the reclaim value off of this. Second Dark Lamp with a Capture Pip. Woof. Okay. So they're going to get a little bit of draw here, but I don't think we can really avoid that. That is a lot of my creature control already outside of bounce effects. So I wonder if I should actually reshuffle Brobnar at this point. Nah. Okay, so we're going to Hydra. Discard the Haunting Witch. Invigorating Shower, we're gonna discard the, or sorry, Reclaimed. Capture 2 on the Hydra. We're only gonna be able to do 6 damage here, which is unfortunate, but we will get to remove the Thought Catcher. And then there's argument for actually putting, well no, I guess I can't hit the Hydra. We're just gonna do Untamed here. Okay, so we found our Dark Heart. If we get this key especially, that'll be huge. Another Beam of Forgetting, but that discards the Wacolia, which is actually fine. That's a card we're not really attached to. And that's the other thing with this deck. So the other option with this deck is keeping yourself from being haunted just by using those invigorating showers to kind of always keep cycling stuff out of your discard. Okay, so we've got a Call of the Void. Oh, and there's a Trawler. Darn it. And we're not going to be able to kill that with our Untamed here. Let's hold off until we get a little bit more Amber. We're just going to stack more on that Trawler. It's only capturing from them. And we get to discard the Obelisk and draw again, so... At some point, we will kill it. We are haunted now, so I don't know. This is where I'm not sure if playing the Dark Heart is actually correct. And I should probably be seeing if they have something that punishes me putting a bunch of Amber on their dudes. I don't think so. Sorry, I need to figure out my camera angles. Very much kind of let's go into Geistoids, see what they've already used. Really not a lot, so this could be a pretty big turn. Probably a couple more junk restorations, but again, seeing that Winds of Death gone is pretty big. Poltergeistoids might just hit the Dark Heart anyways. We'll see. If they get to check here, I think we just play it and try to find that spooky charge. There's the Poltergeistoids. Ooh, purging from a discard. Purges their own Thought Catcher, and so they're probably going to bring that back, but they might bring back the Nightmare Inducer just for some more capture. No, they get the Thought Catcher. Since they have so many creatures with Amber piled up on them already, they just want to make that something that I have to deal with, which I kind of do. Tangler, Survey, Retro Technician Lee. I expect they take the Lee. Oh, they took the Tangler. Okay, so just going to get more stuff on the board. I really just need to actually forge a key here. There's a BR Geist as well. So yeah, I think we are playing the Untamed. But there's an argument where I already should have reshuffled the Brobnar instead of the Untamed, except this Untamed turn is going to be pretty solid. I wish I had a way of killing something prior, so I would have more Amber for the Amber Storm, but they bring back Corporal Bridger. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna make a bunch more Amber. So we'll go ahead and Dark Heart, Tangler, doesn't really matter. Play the Haunting Witch. Do I actually want to shuffle my own? I don't think I do. I want to stay haunted. Let's see what we draw. And we'll reshuffle theirs. Again, that doesn't give them back the winds. And we're not going to kill the Trawler this round, so just slowly work on that. We are still giving them some draw, but okay. Maybe we found a spooky, so we'll see. It's crazy. We really haven't seen much Unfathomable. Yeah, I would say this is a pretty high roll draw of what we've seen so far. We have been using our discard pips and stuff, but lots of Brobnar and Untamed so far. I don't really see if they have good ways of removing the Dark Heart. Okay, so Ahaka comes down. This is a really interesting card. We'll see if they start putting stuff on the bottom of their deck. Versioneer is going to capture. That's fine, we're not forging anyways. Fights off the Haunting Witch. Oh, if that hits the Spooky, I'm going to be so sad. Okay. Hits the Thunderdell. And shower doesn't really do much here. I think we just push the pressure. Tamed. Let's fight. Fight. Did that out of order. We will discard this. Spooky. And then shower back in the spooky. I've been trying to figure out the best way to sequence those cards because they are really awkward in how they they do so many weird things of like the reshuffling and stuff. Probably just go for the Unfathomable turn here. Again, we are in check because of the reshuffle. Plenty more amber for us to grab off of destroying some of these. I don't know that they've actually put anything on the bottom of their own deck. I feel like they could have with the Haka, but I don't think they did. Survey to discard BR Geist. Again, I think they're, at this point, probably just trying to get out of being haunted so that they can start forging keys because they do not have a key cheat. Tribute Collector gets discarded. Prototype Harness. So much capture in this deck. It's kind of crazy. Strength and Diversity is going to capture a whole ton. Really need to start finding some of that Brobnar again. This is getting kind of crazy. Okay, and then they're going to Reap. Oh, and they discard the top 3 of mine. Ooh. Okay, so we got to watch out for our last Invigorating Shower because 2 of them are gone already. Hopefully we can get a good hit off the Dirge here. Again, I don't think I've seen what they have on the bottom of the deck. Could actually know with the Beam of Forgetting. I don't know if that really matters. Okay, so they're deciding. Okay, so they took the Strength from Diversity from a Haka. Tribute Collector. Okay, so on the bottom should be the Tribute Collector, which would be their 2 Geistoid. I would rather have Star Alliance. Star Alliance gives them some of that. Demo. Okay, so it's going to be the same either way. So we'll ping there. We'll discard the Awakened Titan. And we'll go ahead and do another double discard here. Now we have got ourselves close to Haunted, so they can just fight these off to keep us from forging with the Dark Heart. But we did find the Spooky again, so I don't know. I have no idea if I'm actually doing well with this or not. It's so weird just kind of letting my opponent build up this huge amount of amber. Okay, so we hit right with that Geistoid hit. And then we do have the double down to size with the Earthshaker next turn. Please Tangler. Grim Reaper will purge one. That's fine, because that means we don't get haunted. Oh, the Junk Restoration. There's so many capture pips in this deck. But we'll be able to kill a couple things. On this Brobnar turn. What do we want to kill? Grim Reaper and a Haka. And that means we get the Grave Pixie archived as well. They are going to get this key. But now we need to kind of just get them haunted again. It is crazy how little Unfathomable we've seen this game. For better or worse, but I would really appreciate a little bit more board control here. Robnar's also been a little sticky. But with the Spooky, we might just go for the Spooky charge this turn. Star Alliance, they're going to have the Strength from Diversity, which will capture 3 more, so most likely they're taking us off check again. Yeah, they don't really have any incentive to get haunted. Okay, there's a Lee. Does not come down ready. Which might mean we actually sneak this key by. Oh no, we don't because of Dark Heart. Discards Into the Warp. Why don't you play Into the Warp? Come on. So they're at 4. So we're nowhere near making them haunted. What do we get in Untamed? Let's just see what we can draw. This is probably preemptive. But man, if we found that Amber Storm. Okay. Let's get to the Follow the Leader, which is interesting. We're going to go ahead and archive this. We want them to get haunted, so we'll go ahead and say mine. Oh, shoot. I started this turn haunted, right? Yeah, so now I think we just lose. But that was pretty dumb. I don't think it matters unless I can board clear here to stop them from forging. I need them to have at least 6 more cards discarded. If this was Heavyweight Moric, we'd be in a lot better shape. But I can. Everything has amber on it, so I'm gonna have to get splash damage from the Hydra. But the problem is I don't know how I forge again. Even if I get them haunted here, which they're at 6. May play a creature from your discard, so they do play the Grim Reaper. Okay, so I have to think about how this works. The problem is I'm not haunted, so Thunderdell isn't doing anything. They're just going to reap out. I need to kill 5 things this turn. Okay, so they discarded a little bit. Oh, I do get the key. Ooh, that makes things spicy. Okay, so I need 4 damage on the Hydra. It can fight the Grim Reaper. And then I fight Warfaline into Dark Lamp, shuffle my own, and then fight Hydra into... No, it's got to be Bridger? Does it matter? I don't think I kill this either way. Okay, so play Follow the Leader, Thunderdell. We can fight. This has 4 damage on it. Fight. That kills these 2. And this fights whatever because the Dark Lamp is gone. Okay, this is not elusive, right? So Hydra is going to fight the Grim Reaper. This fights Bridger. Mine, not my opponent's. Wait, does that get them haunted? I'm only killing 3 more things. No! Is that right? Oh no, because if I kill this, the harness goes into their discard. Okay. Play this on the left, discard the dirge. This fights here. They're at 8. They're at 10. They do not forge because of Dark Heart. We're at check at 8. Oh my gosh! I haven't won, but I did not lose that turn. I only have 3 in discard, so I think them getting me to Haunted should be really tough. Okay, going Unfathomable. Oh, they're Haunted, so they can just Trawler now. That stupid Trawler. Trawler is making things rough for me. We might be able to just go back into Brobnar and take care of it, though. We might not be able to go into Brobnar because they're going to be exhausted. And the Circle Speaks don't really get me much because I can't kill anything on this turn. So it might be the Berserker Slam is all that saves me here, if they don't have anything else to play besides Trawler. Exhaust Warfling, okay. Maybe Fighting Emergendeer into Thunderdell? Yep. Plays the Trawler with a discard. Just don't play anything next to it. Didn't play anything next to it. They do have a second Trawler that they could have just drawn. So in that case, what is the safer play? I think we have to force it, right? We force them to have it. Discard the Calp off the Berserker Slam. Oh no. I have to remember, we had a really strange opener with this deck. We barely saw it. We saw tons of Brobnar, barely saw any Unfathomable. Maybe the Unfathomable is not actually as good as I think in this deck. It's all very late game oriented, or sort of like Haunted oriented, so you don't want to see much of it at the beginning. Oh, Lee can just replay the Trawler. Dang it. But I can down to size it. Oh no. Oh, but they put it next to Tribute Collector. Or they can just BR-Geist it. Maybe? Thought BR-Geist might have been gone. No. Ugh. Really, I should just be looking for the key charge, right? Like, they're looking for junk restorations. Both of them are in the deck, so they could make it through their deck very quickly here. But I'm also not Haunted, so they have to stop the key as well. So they have to have, has to be BR-Geist into Dark Lamp here, basically. Because even killing these does not take me off of check. There's the BR-Geist for the Trawler, and it's next to the Taunt, so I can't actually get to it this turn, no matter what. There's a Junk Restoration. Taking the Beam of Forgetting. Fighting off the Warfling. Does this remove armor? Yeah. Discards Winds of Death. So one more Junk Restoration and we basically are, they're gonna flip. So if they flip next turn, I basically have to have Spooky. Is there anything I can do about that? This gets me 3 cards, this gets me through 3 cards. Oh. Darn it, that's probably game. We'll see if they can make it through. But now we have to find the spooky. But my guess is we only have at most 2 turns to find it. Gonna try and beam of Forgetting Me. Haunting Witch is unfortunate. Dirge of the Deep is unfortunate. Oh, am I an idiot? No. Well, I can kill the Trawler this turn. Oh, all right, let's do it. Doesn't matter because I am haunted now. But I can kill the Trawler. Oh, but they can bring it back with Lee. I only need to kill this. I just have to keep drawing. Okay. Brobnar. No. Down to size, kills that. Do they have second Trawler in here already? No. They just went Unfathomable. I have to force them to play second Trawler. Okay, there's a spooky. But I don't have enough amber to get it if they Trawler me here. Because I don't have a way of bouncing. They have one more beam. Shoot, they might. Is it 3? Yeah, they might have one more beam. Man, I like this deck though. There's so many little things to learn. So making sure we have single damage on things, so that those down to sizes can hit them later. Yeah, I love it. Discard Swall Master. Okay, so we are probably seeing second Trawler, which turns off spooky, because this is 3, 4, and a draw. I know that's on bottom. Neither of these get us there. Let's see what we get off the draw first. Okay, so it's not another Unfathomable. So Dragnet first, and then try and beam one of them. I think I like that because that just, again, kind of locks them into playing Unfathomable. Ditch the Poltergeistoids, which I don't think was a huge deal there. Okay, so now Trawler comes back down. We know they have 2 of them. They're also, if they just play 2, they're not getting out of Haunted. And we can kill one with Amber Storm now. Ooh, except that has a discard pip on it. So they do get haunted here. Or not haunted. Just, let's see. Oops. Okay, so if we go Untamed. Yes. So I have 0 amber right now. So I have to play Shower for Untamed. So Spooky is back in the deck. 1 in 12. Dang. Brutal. Man, that was a good one. It was exhausting, but that was a good one. Brutal. But great play. And that's awesome. I didn't even notice that with their deck that kind of has that. So this deck can do Demo into BR Geist on Trawler, and then you can Winds of Death the Trawler to blow it up with Demo on the board, and you get all that amber. You have to be really careful because that Winds of Death will blow up or will archive a bunch of your creatures, so you have to make sure you're going to stay haunted in order for Demo to go off, but some really nasty stuff. Ah, that was great. What a fantastic game. All right, let's do a couple more. I'm 45 minutes into this deep dive and we've done one match, but we'll just keep going. All right, so we've got a very nasty Brobnar here with the big one, so that can take out our Darkheart Witch Queen deck with some decent Geistoid in here somewhere. Is such a brutal card. So I think we're looking for more of the Unfathomable Control here. Honestly, don't mind starting with Calp and ditching this stuff, and we can shower it later. Yeah, I like this hand. Force them to find creature control early on. Sounds good to me. There's also an argument to just bounce the Calp with the Dragnet, just to get more discard pips, because I think right now we're fine with discarding all of this Untamed. Dew Fairy, that can kill Kelp, so we're gonna bounce it. I think we want to keep that, so let's ditch the Haunting Witch. Go ahead and Dragnet. We'll ditch. I drew another Shower. That's kind of annoying. Ditch the Shower, bounce the Dew Fairy, call it good there, and see if they can deal with the Kelp. Wonder if we just play our big one here, just kind of preemptively. Their Brobnar wants to play a lot of creatures, their Untamed wants to play a lot of creatures, so I think that's better pressure for us to just have it, especially while they're trying to deal with this Kelp. And we've got a second one on the way. I mean, one Cacophonous Riot, and we're just done here, but do they really have much else? Fiery Jart kills it, they have two of those. Okay, so we're not able to kill it. I am also not able to kill that thing, so we're kind of in trouble here. Yeah, I think it's just a Brobnar play. Go ahead and put some damage on it so we can dunk it later. Big one, play the Iron Obelisk. We'll go ahead and discard Warflean. I think I do want to shower sometime soon here. Oh, can I ditch two showers already? Yeah, we'll play for the third. Oh, why do I keep drawing so much Untamed? I guess we can reclaim their big one too, or mine if I need to. But this Unfathomable turn is looking a little bit better. So they have to go back into Brobnar if they want to kill the Calp here, which I think is still kind of a win for us. If they want to do that, that's fine. Because we're just going to play another one. Ooh, or they can just blow it up there. Okay. Yeah, we're cool with that. We'll try and Dirge first and just see if we can get this tapped. Fathomable, we gotta do this in the right order. Dirge of the Deep to ping that. Discard the Spooky. Play Calp, capture, discard Tangamangi because we want to keep that reclaimed. Just have a little bit more control over the big one. Okay, so Blunderbore. That has to fight itself off the board. Neither of us are. I'm haunted, so that's actually not great. I wouldn't mind getting to check. Maybe I just do my own. No, because then this just kills me. Yeah, let's just Brobnar. Just to turn that off. Double Circle Speak here is really awkward. Really. So that, man, maybe this Unfathomable is just not. It's just got weird anti-synergies. I mean, Circle Speak isn't horrible if it's not Oh, or they'll just boo themselves. Never mind. Not even a problem anymore. What did I discard with the Dirge? Webster. Okay, that's fine. And then my Shockherder got purged by the Grim Reaper. Okay, well, now that they're haunted, we're just gonna load them up. We're gonna go Unfathomable. Let's Circle Speak, discard Titan, throw that on Tribute Collector, Circle Speak, Tribute Collector, play Wacolia, so one more creature now blows up the board, and we get a lot of Amber. And there's our last shower. So at this point, I don't even know what we bring back. Like Brobnar might be better. I probably should have looked to see if they have something they can do with all that Amber. Okay. Wonderful. I will take a key. So we have a decent amount, both of those left, and not much Unfathomable. Let's just go to check here. There we go. There's our Dark Heart. I feel like this is a pretty weird game for these decks. Getting to stick Calp early is not like super unlikely, but probably more unlikely than what's happening right now. Some Haunting Witch value. We are actually not going to have a chance to deal with that. Oh my goodness. So this is where we have to win off of Dark Heart. Yeah. Do they have a key cheat? No, all they have in Untamed is the regrowth. Is big one gone? Big one's gone, so I don't think they have a way of dealing with this. Oh, they do have a reclaimed. Ooh. That reclaimed is unfortunate. If they've drawn it. You can stop them for a turn though. Yeah, let's go for it. So we can reclaim, discard, circle, Hydra, Dark Heart, don't think it really matters for Untamed. Okay, so there's our Spooky. So we'll see if they take us off 5, and if not, we should just have the game. Otherwise, Earthshaker cleans this board up really nicely. Even if they reclaimed here, we're still going to be... I mean, this is going to be a nonsense turn for them. So there's one capture. There's a second capture. That's a huge problem. No reclaim, though. No reclaim is massive. Because that means, oh, or they'll just, no. Yeah. Okay, so they might have the reclaim now, but we're going to kill their entire board. And they don't have the destroyed effect right now. Because Witch Queen is not in the center. We can kill the Witch Queen too, actually. And that will put us at check, and then next turn we just Spooky. This Dark Heart's gonna steal games for me. It's crazy. It's doing so much. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I'm getting more excited about this deck. When I did my first kind of preview of this, there's some awkward games. Things felt a little strange, but this is Feeling better now. Of course, we've got more GR, more Geistoid. We've got a Reclaimed here and a Witch Queen. So what's really hilarious, I literally have not played against Witch Queen until yesterday. And this is, I think, the 4th Witch Queen I've come up against since yesterday. I don't think this is a good enough starting hand. What do you even do with his hand? Just play a bunch of things for Amber? Alright. I'm gonna play this dumb Tangy-Mangy. I think I really want to keep that Berserker Slam. So we're just gonna hold it there. Oof. Okay, so there's their Ecto Charge gone. That'll probably get thrown back in. Do I want to reshuffle that Unfathomable? I don't think so. I think I just reshuffle these two. Just make sure. Ugh. I mean, that's like, I don't know if that's a TCO bug or not, because there's the other thing that's kind of like that. What is it? Pull up stakes seems like it does that pretty often, where it just gives you back the 2 cards you just reshuffled. I'm actually recording this, so maybe I can send this to whoever. Alright, well, we go to check if we do Brobnar. We can ditch second shower, second spooky. Really don't like using that. What is going on? Why did I just ditch the spooky? It would be perfect here. Okay, so there's a witch. Gonna bring back Haunting Witch. They are haunted just barely now, which is unfortunate. So they're gonna gain a ton of amber. We're not haunted. We're at least gonna be able to kill some of that stuff though. Ooh, but barely. So we'll play the Reclaimed. Discard that. We will play this for a draw. How am I drawing only my Untamed? This is insane. Like, I just don't know about these algorithms sometimes. This feels kind of ridiculous. I can actually discard both of these, because I'll have a third one coming. Oh, no I don't. Why did I think I had a third one coming? Yeah, that was a pretty big mistake. Trawler? I'll take a trawler hit. So I probably just have to discard the Moric here, just to get rid of the Kelp. But I don't know. This game feels really weird. Like, these draws have been kind of ridiculous, but I definitely messed up on the shower counting, which could lose me the game, honestly, because I need that. There's still one left, so I could Warflean myself here, but I basically have to go Brobnar. We do still have... Their Reclaimed is gone, so we could still win off whatever it's called, the Dark Heart. Let's see. So we might as well do it this way. Play Shock Herder on the right to discard Heavyweight Moric to kill Kaup, deal 2 damage here. Have this fight into Witch of the Dawn, doesn't really matter. We are going to get to tax him here, which is kind of nice. Ooh, do I want to do that though? Do I need to keep that Orpheline? I think we do. They have not archived the Ecto Charge yet, so there is a chance we dodge that, but I don't know. I think I'm in trouble. Especially against Bryo. Tamed. Yes. So we'll play him. I want to draw first. Okay. Kill the witch. That was not correct. Get those Shock Herders back. Oh, I would just love to see a little bit more Brobnar. But it's okay. I definitely think I messed this one up a bit. Keep playing on the other side of Bryo, which is interesting, but they don't want Derby to die, I guess. Makes sense. Okay. How does Unfathomable get me? Gets me a lot of amber. Let's do that. I'll just start killing stuff. Give you that. Discard the big one. Kill that. Capture onto Grave Pixie. I don't want to discard either of those. Do have one more Shock Herder coming. Yeah, if I'd have shuffled that around, this Untamed is going to be really brutal. I think they're going to do a lot here. They do kind of need to take care of the Haunting Witch, but this is... Oh, do they have Spooky? No, they have Witch Queen. So Witch Queen might come down to proc with the Jervy. That's fine. Earthshaker takes care of all of those. Going Geistert. Okay, so they're going to be archiving the... Ooh. What do you purge here? Not the Kaup. Plays Winds of Death. Did you... You didn't archive... I don't think they ever archived that, right? It's kind of an odd play. Gotta be honest. Yeah, we're just gonna go Unfathomable. Yes on the archives? Sure. Discard the Hydra and the Titan, I guess. I'm not sure if they have a great way of dealing with this Kaup, but we'll find out really quick here. They take their archives. Ooh, Snippy. Ah, Snippy. I should have known. Yeah, and they're going to have Trawler, which is fine. We can Shock Herder the Trawler. Yeah, can we? Yeah, because Earthshaker's killing. Ooh, we cannot. Because of the Gate Watcher. How are you drawing that, bud? Oh, we can't because we have double Shock Herder. Oh, that was my big one. Okay, that's fine. So they didn't draw that yet, so we have one more turn. Have to go to check here. Sadly, we're not drawing any of that stuff, but I think this Brobnar will be fine. Play that on the left. We will Shock Herder him on the left to kill the Gate Watcher. And then we will Auric, Shock Herder. Dark Heart's not helping me here. I don't think it matters. I should have fought with Morik to attacks. That was a terrible decision. Dang it. Okay, so we got a Witch Queen. I know that they have their witches in hand. Witch of the Dawn is fine. Jervy's fine. Kangafant seems like not a great idea. Oh no, it does work well with that, because you can just bring them all back, right? Yeah. And we discarded the Dark Heart. They're going to 6. Yeah. I think this is winnable. I definitely did some wrong things. Big one is probably something I should have played. Okay, they're going to reclaim something anyways. Don't have my key cheat. I don't have Dark Heart anymore. I probably should have saved the Dark Heart. So, yeah. And then they can just Ecto Charge next turn regardless, because I can't make them draw through. Yeah, darn. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. It's an interesting one. I think that combo, the Witch Queen Kangafant, is probably something that can run away with the game, but maybe not if I have the Dark Heart down earlier, but then they can reclaim it just by using the witches. I think that's a pretty tough matchup, regardless, but I think I made poor decisions there, because I probably could have Spooky charged before they were able to get this all set up. Yeah. There you go. That's why we're doing the deep dive. Just trying to learn. It's tough. It's a tough deck to play, but I am really liking it. There's some really awesome stuff. Just the way it interacts, the way you can do these combos, and the Brobnar is really awesome. Haven't really gotten a ton of use out of this Unfathomable, and I wonder if it is just too many discard pips in there. But not necessarily if I play the Invigorating Showers correctly. If I remember to play them when I have none left. But I think kind of the issue with that is I'm almost forced into playing it for the Untamed. But we saw in the other games, if I do that correctly, then I'm just basically guaranteeing a Spooky charge. And if I'm putting enough pressure on with the other houses before I do that, that's good. But I mean, again, I shouldn't have discarded the Dark Heart, but we'll see. Anyways, that is E-Dunk. Be on the lookout for more deep dives into this deck. Not quite sure what the cadence is going to be, if I'm going to do kind of 3 different deep dive episodes for it, or 5 or 4 or whatever. But again, my goal in doing a deep dive is to get this deck to 100 plays on TCO. I think this is probably puts me to like 8. So long ways to go and probably lots of learning that will happen along the way, things I'll kind of hopefully figure out. But thanks for joining. Hope you enjoy this content. If you do, definitely let me know. And I have plenty of other things in mind I would love to do, but want to do what people are interested in. And if people want to know more about my kind of thought process for how to use these decks strategically or why I'm doing certain plays or whatever, definitely leave questions in the comments. I would love to kind of answer that stuff. But thanks all for hanging out. Again, this has been Phlox'em, and we will see you later.